Think. Am I everywhere? Hey, okay. I'm live on YouTube and Instagram. Um, I think my technical difficulties were because of my computer. So you're on my iPad, which also doesn't like me. So we'll see how it goes. But you guys can see me, so hello. There's nobody on YouTube yet, so we'll have to see if it actually is working. Oh, there's a person. Hey, there we go. Hello, Winter Dandelion. Hi, Connie. Hello, I'm here. It's not the best angle. I feel like it's um, real chitty, and that's okay. I'll try and divide my time between both, like look at both. But yeah, no, I did not really get hardly any. Like a little skiff. Hello, everybody. There's people on both platforms. Need some mood control here in Kamloops. I know, right? I actually am like super anxious the last couple of days just because of everything going on in the world. And so last night, because the night before I only got like 4 hours of sleep, last night I did my little trick of asking my guides to everything and give me a break just for the night. And I slept from I think like 11 till 7:30, and that is unheard for me. So props to my guides for actually using the skill that or utilizing the skill that I teach everybody. Because yeah, I was feeling pretty, oh, um, feeling pretty stressed about just the state of our world and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm feeling nice and fresh today. Um, Living near D is difficult. Oh my gosh, I bet. I couldn't even imagine. Right now, I'm very, very grateful to be Canadian. I know I'm going to get censored, but you know what? Whatever. Is the potential tariff war something you saw coming? I don't know that I saw it exactly what it was like coming down the pipe. Definitely, my guides for months have been saying um, like I don't know if he won it would be awful. Well, they said that we would learn a lot, which means awful. You have a pardon me? Absolutely not. How do I block somebody? Oh, thank you very much. Feel anxious, sad for the state of things in the future. I 100% agree. And how to do that. There's lots of goodness in this world. Yes, there is, 100%. Um, Hello, everybody. Time for him to learn. Yeah, that's kind of what I hope, but unfortunately, all of us are going to continue to learn for quite a bit yet. Um, I don't think, I can't say it, but W number this many, I don't think we're too far off of that. But I do think rather than everybody's fighting, it's more everybody will have a common enemy, if that makes sense. And like in a very different way than we have done things like that before, um, make their point. Hard to talk on here, like knowing that everything will be censored. As a Canadian, feeling like we all have a target on our back. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Watching you live for me. Oh, cool. Good to get those guys on board more often. I know. You have to click my name, add as managing moderator. That's how you do it. I feel like, is that not risky? Make somebody a moderator that I don't know? What state are you in? Apparently the fate. No, I'm in Canada. I am not American. I was strolling and found you. Oh, thanks. Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Can you give me a shout out? My dream is to become famous, but it's really hard. There's your shout out. Is the world getting better or worse? So better, but not the way we think of as better. So we are learning a ton, and so that is better, and we're coming together more. So I again think that is better, but in like human terms, it's definitely more difficult. Um, when we're learning, things are a lot more difficult. Do you know how long this chaos is going to last? It's gonna last for a while yet. Um, yeah. Well, any human knows. There's two types of bullies. Oh, that's so weird. There was tons of people on YouTube, and then they all just disappeared. I'm wondering if my connection decided to peace out. There's 120 people and now there's 60. Or I'm super boring. One of the two. Um, So there's two types of bullies in the world. The type that when you confront them, they back down, and the type that when you confront them, they double down. And unfortunately, we are dealing with the double down person or type of person. Like we should be singing Lean on Me. Oh, I love that song. And we shall overcome for our American neighbors. Yes. It's terrible being in the military right now. Oh, I can imagine because, it would be horrible to have to fight in something that you might not agree with. I think that's very yeah, that would just be soul shattering. Hello. Are we becoming more enlightened? Yes. I feel like if there is a number 3, it will look very different from this one. 100% yes, because um, there's a lot of different modalities to that. Before it was like violence. And now, there's tech, there's so many different things so that you don't have to people. Canada has an opportunity to reimagine our economy and rely less on other countries. Sadly, I doubt that will happen due to our political landscape. I don't know. Um, I think I still have hope. Hang on. Um, I'm going over to YouTube. Sorry, guys. We'll go back and forth. I have adult ADHD and autism, but I'm not disabled and I'm 20. So we'll tap to like, yes. Hello, so good to see you. Some sort of sanity on the corner of the internet. Aw, I'm glad you see me as sanity. Canadians don't actually say out and about differently. That's like unless that sounds different. Galen, Jessica, your spirit guides or your higher selves. My spirit guides. Your myself does not look like them. Non-political question. When you cleanse and protect, are you supposed to do a visualization with it? I did it once, visualization, and it helps so much more than just with words. Um, Either or. Some people are much more visual thinkers rather than a verbal thinker. So it's up to you, whatever works. I do both. If I really need a like really solid cleanse or protect, I will visualize. I kind of visualize, the movie Twilight, how at the end Bella can like project this like rainbow sort of shield around herself. I I visualize that around me or something similar to it. Okay, let's just do a little bit of blocking here, people. Sorry, guys. Oh, maybe we can do a group meditation later for peace. I like that. Yes, Sherry, there's some bots. What? As an Indian interested in USA's role in geopolitics, do you think it's strange or do others criticize you for having similar interests? I don't know what that means. Hello, Brent. I don't have to say to your mom because you can. I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to put my head in the sand and nothing is happening, but what can we do? I think we can practice um, gratitude and sending good energy out into the world and doing things that make us joyful and helping others. We need to come together rather than the constant separation and sort of like back and forth. Do your guides have any recommendations on how for the potential, or are we actually starting economic? I can't say the word. Um, Honestly, just hold on and know that you know, collectively, we did all agree this was going to happen in this lifetime. And so we are prepared for it. Our souls are prepared, our energy is prepared. So just have gratitude that you have the strength to walk through this. Um, North Carolina, USA. Maybe you know who will not be able to do all he's threatening. That is our hope. Okay. Okay. You're sorry, but you're gone. Uh, See ya. Um, this must be so hard to try and follow this chat after your heart issue. It is a little bit more difficult. I didn't have a heart issue. I had a stroke. Well, two strokes. I answered that. Do you feel that you know where democracy will hold strong and we will have a real 2028 election? I don't know yet. I'm Canadian. My guides, I don't want them to tell me that, so they respect that I don't want to know. Is it snowing in Nanaimo? No, not where I am. It's blue sky. I see the positive in this, in that it will eventually bring us closer to our purpose in humanity. That's true. Happy Sunday. Please, please explain how I can say hi to my mom. I mean, can we all have that ability to talk and hear back from the beyond? I'm confused. So you can talk and you just might not be able to hear them, but anything you say to a loved one on the other side, they hear you. I also think our civil servants will be able to hold the line and help save us from what's happening. I hope so. Hello, I'm new. Universe brought me here. Hey, well, good job, universe. Okay, I'm going to go over to Instagram now and answer some questions here. Yeah, YouTube was glitching. I came over here. Yeah, I don't know. It is not working lately. I don't know. YouTube just doesn't like me. I lost my. We can emanate and create. Yes, we can. Do your guides know if housing prices will go up, stay the same? Where do you live? Because in the US, yes, by it's 25%. What do your guides want us to know for today? That we've got this. Um, Yeah, we know what to do. We know how to sort of weather the storm, you say. I was talking though to my son today. He's 15, and I just feel like this young generation have been so much. Like, I don't know. He's seen more in 15 years than I've seen in my whole life. And we need really positive energy and a lot of encouragement because the anxiety really can get overwhelming. Like yesterday, I just couldn't stop listening and watching and all those. Yeah. So I think taking time to yourself and really separating yourself from everything around you to just balance and ground yourself is super important. Um, I'm really fast today. Um, what is the best way to manifest what we want? Well, the world is not based, or energy is not based on what you want, it's what you need. And what you need will come to you without manifest. Isn't our sole purpose here on earth to learn? Yes, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Wouldn't it be nice if people would just move on if they don't resonate with us? I know, right? Ah, come on. Hang on. I know. I don't know. Today, there's so much. I think because I had to do YouTube on my iPad, I didn't get all the checky box things to have an automatic like AI moderator. I'm having to do it. In operating rooms, when a patient is under anesthesia and is becoming awake, I can feel their energy. I don't know why this occurs. Because sometimes we get to go to the end when we are completely unconscious. You mentioned that there is a correlation between mediums who don't have good boundaries and mental disorders. This is only true with people with strong gifts, right? Without those gifts. So it's not only a correlation with mental health issues, it's also physical health issues. And usually it's one or the other. So for me, I was too stubborn to have like mental health issues. And so I always had issues because I had no boundaries. Others, their physical body, they need it to like and do all those things. And so they start to have mental health issues. And it can happen to anybody from like the smallest to the most gifted. Do your guides have an idea to get us on the right track to get the and trucking down the road? No, not yet. Sorry. I'm seeing 444 and 111 a lot recently. How do I know what that means? Most of the time, if you don't have a loved one that you're really missing, usually it is your guide's way of saying, hey, you're doing a great job, good work, you're on the right track. Like it's an encouragement from your guides. Self-care and centering is important. Yes. Should the US prep food-wise? Don't do what everybody did in COVID. I'm gonna say no. Um, you know, there is gonna be food, it's just gonna be a lot more expensive. The average Canadian has more power than we think. Yes, that's true. Do you think alien disclosure will finally happen this year? I I don't think so. Sorry, that went too soon or than we think. Think twice about how you spend your money. Yeah. I have listened to many NDEs and I'm wondering if the afterlife experiences are tailored to meet each person individually. We get information in ways we can understand. So, yes, like especially if you have an NDE, it's what you need, not necessarily the same for everybody. Thoughts on drones, orbs? Like 90% of them humans. from this time dimension, 10% or not. My dad is seeing a lot of cats in his place. What do you mean? Cats, like ghost cats or like alive cats? Sounds like squirrels born over and over again. I don't actually know that. Yes? Now I know. Um, Having the belief that there is nothing after this, there's nothing wrong with that because some souls, if you're a younger soul, it's easier to live here thinking that this is it, because it can be sort of um, overwhelming to think there's anything else, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's no belief that is better or worse than another belief. And each human gets to place their faith. You don't have to place your faith in like mine or religious beliefs or whatever it is. What you choose to believe is totally fine and valid as what I choose to believe. I just know without a shadow of a doubt that we all go to the same place because I got to go there and everyone was there. All the different religion. So I had Mormon family, I had Catholic family, atheist people, all were there. Oh, ghost cats. Like, honestly, Barbie, I think I'd have to like do a reading to know because I want to tune into dead anything right now. Okay. What advice do your guides have with finding your inner calm in the moment during stressful, tense situations? I know slow breathing helps, but any other advice? Yeah, when it's this stressful, I think there's no issue with actually asking your gut to come and help you cleanse and protect so that you can sort of be able to do that deep breathing. It's really hard to um, deep breathe when like you have panic in your chest. I don't know what's going on. So is it really glitchy on YouTube? Because like it'll be 40 people and then 100 and then 50 and then 80, like in seconds. Can you guys tell me if it's super glitchy? If we are eternal souls, why would you choose this short life on earth? You just choose one. You do it infinite times, and it's to learn everything about being human. You can't learn everything in one life. 60 something. You said they can hear us from the other side. Can they see us as well? Yes. Cool. Thank you. Need the encouragement. I feel like I'm here in the Okanagan to be light in a dark place. Oh, I love that. I don't know if I'm a believer, but I see the number 911 everywhere. Especially, I like look at the clock at 9 either morning or evening. So it's probably your guys kind of going, "Hey, no, you don't believe in us, but we're here. You're doing a good job." I've heard several NDEers say that the Earth is the most difficult one we can choose. Do you have ideas or opinions on this? It's so hard to believe we choose this. I believe it, but perplexed. Yes, I agree. This is the hardest school. This is like PhD school, but we come joyfully and with love and with a plan. It is glitchy, hard to listen to. Oh, that's annoying. I don't understand why. Um, Instagram is it actually with you or no? I think maybe I need to only go on YouTube just on my phone. It's my internet. I think my internet is having issues. Let's see what Instagram says. I think your belief changes as you expand or experience more. Yes, I would agree. Are older souls more intuitive because they have had many lifetimes to hone their intuitive abilities? Yes, but they also vibrate at a higher frequency. And so when you're like, if this is the frequency on the other, and this is human frequency, and maybe it's this much like growth, uh, much higher soul or older soul is going to be up here. So it's easier to tap into the gifts we naturally have on the other side. Any major advancements in curing certain diseases? I feel cures can be found, but that in the best interest of farm. There are cures for a lot of things, but um, illness is the big business. And so certain things like cancer, they don't want to cure. On Instagram. Yeah. So if you're having a hard time hearing me or watching me on YouTube, Instagram is not glitchy. Oh, yeah. Would our human selves like our higher selves? Do our higher selves have personalities? Yes, and yes, they do. Okay, hang on. I gotta. I was on YouTube and switched to Instagram. It seems better. Yeah. You're welcome. Did you exist as you are in the afterlife? If you come back, do those other lives exist in this place? Sorry, Hazel, can you retype that? It is not working with the aphasia. Okay, I'm going to go over to YouTube for a little bit. Can you speak in telepathy? Me. I can uh, read energy. Is that similar? I am world weary and feel disconnected from myself. How can I discover myself again? Um, Patrick, that's a super personal question, and I think I would need a reading to answer that. If we live, get what's meant to be, can angels, archangels, saints, can you explain, please? So, yes, but your guides are more like involved in everyday life. You're fine on YouTube and my phone and on my TV. Oh, that's good. Do you have any explanation of how time exists beyond this life? I have a hard time fathoming no time. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it in like a way that can make people understand. Like when I was on the other side, nothing, there was no pressure. Like I needed to make a decision, but I had, it felt like 100 years to make the decision. Um, it just doesn't exist, and neither does space. So you can be everywhere all at once. So you can be visiting loved ones here, also learning on the other side. I don't know, going fishing, whatever. Humans need time to make sense of our existence. On the other side, we understand everything. There's no who, what, when, where, why, how. We don't need time to make our like existence make sense. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, seriously? How do I delete? Report? Yes, report. See you later. Thanks for other people that are um, reporting. Uh, what the hell is higher self, higher life, a higher self? It depends if you even believe in this. If you don't, it won't make sense to you. But there is a piece of you always on the other side, sort of helping direct of your lives, because this is not the only one. Mhm. I feel really annoyed with myself when I feel feelings of jealousy or envy. Is there a way to force myself to avoid those negative emotions? No, because that's part of being human. But what you can do is start to focus on the lessons you should be learning from feeling those feelings. So she died and came back. Who did? Me? On the other side, you are one with all, yet you have a point of reference which seems contradictory, but it is not, right? Um, did you? Oh no, my mom passed over years ago. I used to dream about her often, and not for a very long time. Recently, I've been having very vivid dreams of her almost nightly, pleasant dreams, mostly any significance. Are you having a hard time right now or stress in the world? Because our loved ones are always there for us to encourage us. Our higher selves constantly face palming. Probably. Oh, why did that happen? Oh well. My dog is having surgery soon. Can I ask my guides to help her heal? Yes. Can I ask for a sign that she'll be okay? You can, yeah. Or if you can come back as different people when you die, do all those people exist in the same space? What in the same space? Like time dimension? If you come back as different people when you die, do all those people exist in the same space? So your higher self is like a rain cloud. And all the lives you live come and live and then go back to the rain cloud. And then it's cyclic, always planning lives, you're always ending, beginning, and it just continues. But your higher self is just one being. Are you open to doing private readings in the future? Yes, I already do. I finally bought your book. It's so hard for me to read it without crying. Your book is amazing. Aw, thank you. Oh, yeah, I want to see this in my book. Thank you for bringing it up because then I can show you. Yay. And then where's let's see. Where do you think it is? Oh, there we go. This is my brain. That's the first stroke right there. And up here is the second stroke. This is two different slices. So yeah, very, very big stroke and very, very big second stroke. So that is my brain. And there's other pictures. The pictures took like half my profit because it took like you have to pay so much more. But there's not that many pictures, but I like pictures in books. They make me happy. Did you feel our energy last week when you were still alive? Yes. When I have a message go to the sound bath, I lose the concept of time. I feel like that is our way of experiencing no time. That's a good idea. Yeah, that I think that would be close to kind of how it is. How can you visit through Facebook? Yeah, I post all of them on Facebook, but I do readings online. Your book is awesome. Enjoyed it. Aw. Oh, you guys are so nice. I know I think I've sold. I know it doesn't sound like a lot for like big authors, but I've sold, I think, maybe almost 3,000 books, which I think is pretty good. Uh, Super Bowl. I don't answer that. I put it in my phone. My husband watches football, and I put him in who's gonna win in my phone, just because it's fun for me. Yes, please click the thumbs up for her. Thank you. What happens to your soul when you sleep? Is it resting along with your body? Is it doing other random weird stuff? They are not. It is not rest. Soul is actually on the other side. How's your poems and flower book coming? It's not yet. Life just leaves you no black and silent, like unplugged TV. 100% perfect fine if that is your belief. Is there a second book in the works? I don't know yet. I have two intuitives on the island who had independently said there will be a major event on Vancouver Island in March, April. Are you feeling anything from your guides? Not that I know of, no. Um, like small things, yes, but not like something catastrophic. Is there anything to death happening in groups, or is it just coincidence? I find loss in my life seems to be all at once. Um, Why can I not answer that? I don't mean to be. So if a group of people die together, they would have all had to plan that, and it is for teaching and for lessons. It seems that like hard things do come in groups. It's like slammed, and then we get a little bit of a break, but that's usually like that's how we learn, right? We go to school as humans only for the year, and then we get a break because if we had to go all the time, we would have nervous breakdowns. Is it going to become dangerous to fly? I don't want to answer that. I know I'm going to choke. Sometimes when I slow, I don't do it right. I know you have talked about your guides, meeting more than one guide. Do we all have our own guide? Yes. I experience sleep paralysis could be scary sometimes. Does it have a spiritual meaning? Sometimes it does, but sometimes it is just like a almost like a stress response. You see your guides like we see each other. Yes, if I want to. I don't have to as much anymore because everything's telepathic now. It seems like we it's people are sick a lot more often now. Is that accurate, or is it just my imagination? Anything we can do to stay healthy and avoid getting sick? Um, it's not your imagination. It just seems like people are sick because we're in contact with people. But people have always gotten sick often. We do eat horribly, and we eat a lot of sugar, which is really bad for our bodies, and we eat a lot of dye, and yeah. Oh, I love that. My cat has a very old soul. He's only a couple years old. It's really amazing to recognize like that in a pet. Oh, I love that. Hey, thank you. If I'm experiencing synchronous events, if that makes sense, I assume this is assurance from a higher source. Yes, or your higher self. Do you know much about souls, advanced beings who choose to come here to help others, like yogis and saints? Some of them live unnaturally long or die, but their bodies don't decompose. About any ideas about them? Um, pardon me. Sorry, I gotta delete that. I think, yeah, there are, sort of very, very old souls that come here to teach. Um, I think, um, if they have a lot of things to teach, they do live a long, long time. Because a lot of the time, people are like, almost otherworldly. They don't eat as horribly and they take care of themselves and all those sort of things. Okay, you are starting to, so we're just going to do that. Sorry, buddy. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I wake up angry. What is the best way to ask for help when this happens? Honestly, just cleanse and protect your energy. Ask your guides to come sit with you for a bit. Recently, the mantra of ego is what's in it for me, and the mantra of the higher self is how may I serve? I'm not, I completely agree. What do your guides think? My guides, honestly, I'm kind of in the middle of that because how do you serve anybody if you don't take care of yourself first? So I live in a self first sort of zone. So my first priority always is me. Am I okay? Am I feeling healthy? Am I tired, energetic? Am I joyful? Am I taking my sort of mind, body, soul connection? My second priority is my partner, my husband. Do we like each other? Are we like roommates? Are we going to kill each other? My third priority is my kids. And I don't know what has happened over the last 10 years, but all of a sudden the kids are in that number one spot and we're raising assholes. Sorry to say, kids need boundaries, limitations. They need somebody to tell because they have no freaking idea. And so that's my number three priority. number 4, 5, 6, that's where I would serve. That's where I would give to all of you. I know a lot of people like ask me to go live more, but I take care of me because if I don't, I'm not doing well, right? So, you know, the whole idea of, if you are self first or selfish, as society says it, calls it, you are walking only in ego. I don't feel like that. Um, I I feel like if I don't take care of myself, I can't serve anybody. Um, oops, here we go. Are our guides hanging with our higher selves right now? Yes. I have heard that we can exist on other planets too. Other dimensions. I don't know about other planets. I imagine will what I am imagine be real. What? Sorry, I don't understand. I love your boundaries with annoying people in the chat. It's a lesson for us all. Need to put up with that. Yes, I know. What do your guides recommend to tackle general anxiety? I think that's a case by case um, sort of issue because it depends on like the where why of anxiety because it's not like a one sort of answer question. Um, I heard today that self-love heals. Heal frees us to help others. Kindness takes wisdom. Oh, I love that. Oh, there you go, Mike. You can, uh, I don't know. I want to make you, can I make him? Here you go, Mike, a moderator. I can remove him. There you go, Mike. You are a moderator, so can you just block all the awful people because it's really bad today. Please and thank you. Thank you. That's my husband, if anybody doesn't know. He's at work, but he must have just got off work. I agreed. I used to constantly feel guilty and selfish before reading your book. Oh, I'm so glad. Not that you felt guilty, but that you're feeling better. Um, at what age did you discover your gifts? I was born this way. I always knew I was different, and I could see that, but I didn't accept my gifts and start practicing them until I think I was 35, and I'm now 44. Can your guides tell me if it's in my best interest to apply for a ship position at work? I don't answer questions like that on live videos. Hello from New Zealand. Hello from Canada. I had some really good New Zealander friends when I lived in Taiwan. We had a lot of fun party time. Thanks for being here. All the very best wishes to you. Oh, thanks. Do you know if our higher selves serve as guides to some of those who we live on Earth? They can, yes. Um, did Mike block everyone? Because now nobody's commenting on YouTube. We're pretty chill people. That's true story. We had a lot of fun. Do dogs bark at different things in other dimensions? Yes, like dead people. Well, they're when we don't need Earth anymore. Yes, but each time we've done this, because this is not our first go round, we've destroyed Earth before we have sort of reached collective enlightenment. We kind of suck at taking care of the Earth. What is the best part of being on the other side for you? Being able to feel everything through like my feet, like standing grass. I could feel the energy of everything around me, and it was like otherworldly. Do you think we can create our experience in the afterlife before we die? What do you mean? I don't quite get it. Cats definitely see other dimensions or something, right? Yes. Do we live all other lives at the same time? If so, I can't remember them. Yes, but not in the same time dimensions. So again, time and space don't exist on the other side. So you are living right now in like the 800s and 1950 and the 2400s. Why are we bad at taking care of the earth? Because we are selfish and we don't see the cumulative effects of what we do. We just take and take and take. When I meditate, my pup gets up and stares all around the room. I ask him who is here. Oh, I love that. Um, do our pets choose us? Yes. How can I work on developing my gifts? I always say the first step is boundaries, because if you don't have boundaries, you'll make yourself sick. I can't scroll back very far, but I'm watching now. Do you remember how it felt when you decided to talk openly about your gifts? Weren't you super nervous about what people would think? How did you come up with the bravery needed to be open? So I was very nervous and I got a lot of different reactions and lost a good couple of friend groups. So yeah, I was nervous, but I was also so grounded and centered like for the first time in my life, and I knew without a doubt it was the right thing to do, but I was very, very, very nervous. There's one for you, Mike. Do you see it? Uh, oh, strange, Elaine. I thought Cabby 83 was a troll, but now I realize that's Mike. It is Mike. Yes, you can put people in timeout. Regarding Earth, that was a question how I was going to ask. So how many times have we blown up our Earth? Like a lot, like a lot. Best practices for a highly empathetic person to protect themselves from needy people or people with bad intent. Again, cleanse and protect your energy. And if people like this when I say, but empathic people need to be needed. We want to be needed. It gives us purpose. So learn to not have to need to be needed. Um, I heard of an NDE where a woman died and that showed her a home that would be full of people and pets when she died. It sounds lovely. Yes. My loved ones were there. I heard your story. I would like a reading. My mother passed recently. How do I go about that? I post all available readings on my Facebook. I love to connect to my daughter, 14 years old. Did I choose this life? Why would I choose this pain? Oh, I'm so sorry. And sometimes I just don't understand it. Like anybody who has lost a loved one, like a child, it's so hard to make any sense at all. They're the hardest readings I do because of the pain of the people left here. You didn't, as a human, choose it at all. Your soul chose the lens, but you didn't do it consciously at all. Why are there only jerks on YouTube? Because I had to go a different way and I wasn't able to put all the filter on. Yeah. But my husband's there now as a moderator. Glad Cavi 83 is Mike because I thought he was so rude saying hi baby to you. Mike is on it. He is freaking moderating the crap out of YouTube now. Now there's half the viewers because so many of them were trolls. But Mike's on it. Don't worry. How do we not need to be needed? Is there a way to connect to a sense of purpose or maybe the point I not, but maybe, oh no. Now I'm gone. Got her quickly. She's FaceTiming me, and for some reason, everything is not on Do Not Disturb now. Oh, everything's gone to crap. Wyatt, call Grace. Tell her to stop calling me. There we go. YouTube, you away. I don't know where you went, where I went. Uh, what's happening? I don't know. Uh, the sheriff's in town. Okay, good. Well, I can't see me anymore, but that's okay. Okay. Um, okay, I gotta try this one again. How do we not need to be needed? Is there a way to connect to a sense of purpose? Maybe the point is not to need one. I think you've got on that second part. Are babies, young kids more aware of past lives, spirits? Yes, 100%, until they're like about 2 to 5. Oh, there. Okay. So glad I'm catching your live. Thank you for sharing your story. Finding your book single-handedly changed the trajectory of my life. Aw, thank you. I'm glad it helped. I want to find a deep meditation practice. For some reason, the voice matters. Do you have a favorite voice? No, but I should do it, shouldn't I? A good meditation. When I was very young, I had a dream about my dad showing me my ancestors in physical form on the there were so many just looking down on us. Oh, that's not something to be scared about, though. I always feared my father's death, but just before he passed, I was given the inner knowledge that it was his time, and the insight lifted the depression. And oh, I love that too. Where was I? The most helpful thing I have done to protect my energy is to become empathic to source. I love that. Are there such things as white witches and dark witches as like in folklore? There's all types of different humans. So yes. So without purpose, we're just chilling here. What about those of us who have no we have purpose. Breathing is our purpose. Always we have purpose. But I was talking specifically on about empath. I would love a meditation by good by you. Yeah, maybe I should do that. What did you just say about maybe doing a meditation? Like making one available for you guys to like on maybe on YouTube or something. How do I go of someone I love? Focus on the lessons you are learning so that you don't have to dwell on them. You should create some meditations on the Insight Timer app. I don't know what that is. Sorry, but how did you become really brave? Like, what techniques did you use to increase your bravery and be? I didn't have techniques. I just freaking crossed my fingers and did. I was scared. I was exhausted. I was scared, like nervous all the time. I felt like I was making a mistake all the time. And it took me a long time to get comfortable with who I was. And I think that's okay and is normal and natural. I think I have to like be confident to do it. Just do it. Do it scared, do it anxious. Just do it. She was a doctor and a mother of children. Will she be okay in the afterlife or continue to feel her great despair? She will be completely fine. What do you wish more people understood about life after death or the NDE experience? I don't I don't know if there's something that I wish people understood. I wish people could be kinder and more accepting of all beliefs because every belief good. First time here, welcome. You have an amazing story. So glad you share. Oh, thanks. Should be more afraid to fly since you didn't want to answer the question about flying. Also, not going to answer. Um, what spiritual methods are best to jumpstart self-motivation? Well, I don't know what spiritual methods are, so I think you would have to explain a little bit. In our lifetime, do you will see a shift in understanding of the way the universe works, at least for those of us who long for understanding? In my lifetime, I think so, yes, a little bit. It is very kind of you to connect with. You had a rough night. Thank you, and bless you. Um, thoughts on using a pendulum for yes, no, and I think it's okay as long as you don't overly reliant. Also, I'm going to go back, Megan, to your question. Should we be more afraid to fly since you didn't want to answer the question about flying? I'm going to answer it, but I am going to tell you a story. So my family and I were going to go on vacation for spring break, and at first we were going to go to Disneyland, but then all the fires happened, and I felt like it's a jerk move when everybody's displaced and stuff like that. And so then we were going to go to Mexico because we went there last spring break, and Mike and I sat down to book the flights, and I got an overwhelming sense of dread. Like, and there was good deals too, but I got an overwhelming sense of don't do it. And so guess what we're not doing? We're not going to Mexico. So yeah, I think you have to listen to your own intuition whenever you are making decisions. Why can't I feel my dad? Sometimes we can't. It doesn't mean they're not there. They're always, always there. Do all people who have some kind of gifts, do all people have some kind of gifts or intuition? Is the best way to explore that? I wouldn't say all people because some people choose in this life to not. But I do think we all have the potential to be more connected to our higher selves, which will sort of trigger into um, what are the best ways to explore that? Get to know yourself a little bit more. I can't answer that. I don't think my pendulum likes me. It is wrong 60% of the time. So you gotta not use it quite as much. Um, a mountain becomes a grain of sand, becomes a mountain play. That is my belief in energy. I think that applies to emotional energy too. Oh, like I'm dragging my feet up moving, but I feel I need to leave this geographical area. Ah, self-motivation problem. Or maybe there's a reason. I don't know. Adyashanti says the biggest barrier to awakening is the belief that it's something rare. Do we only awaken when we're an old soul in a specific with that soul plan, or can it happen regardless? It can happen anytime. Do you ever hear messages that are dark or too invasive and feel it may be too inappropriate to? No. Has person changed the election? Yes. I keep seeing 11, 11, 12, 12, etc. Is spirit trying to communicate? More than likely, they are just giving you encouragement that they're there. Oh, I know the dread feeling. Yeah. You can sign up to be a teacher on the Insight Timer app and upload meditations, and you can get paid per listen. Oh, I did not know that. I might have to look into it. Thanks for the follow up. I get it. Will your guides be speaking tonight? Yes, this is my guides. It's definitely not me. I don't answer types of questions unless it's about me. There is to be something huge happening in the world. Do you know when? It's already starting to happen. What is the best way to connect? Know our own personal guides. We just talk to them. You can like meditate and ask their names and that sort of stuff. It takes time, but you just talk to them and then you have faith that they will give you the answers you need, not necessarily the answers. Higher energy folks can be really good or really bad? Does higher energy just mean more power? Not more power, more like wisdom, if that makes sense, or more knowledge of purpose behind the things we do. According to the late Michael Newton, a life between life hypnotist, a soul's color changes depending on stage of spiritual evolution from white beginner through to purple. Is this correct? I don't see souls as colors, so for me, that doesn't speak to me, but it could to some. That's how they see souls. What do people on the other side do with themselves? Oh, there's lots, everything and anything, but also we lives. I'm trying to now live in the moment, be grateful, and trying to keep my temper in check. I'm so frustrated. My mother is so stubborn. She won't go to the doctor. I know she's hurting. She's 92. Now that is a lesson. Oh, I think I'm getting tired because I'm having a really hard time reading the questions now. So I better go because I don't want to exhaust myself. But thank you for joining me. And I hope the mood control I was utilizing for this video helps you and brings you a little bit of calm. And I'm grateful for all of you. Bye bye.